Are you still waiting for people or your twin flame or your divine counterpart to change in order to be able to have the relationship that you desire to have with them? Well, let me tell you, the only thing that needs to change is you. All right. So before you click off, wait all the way till the end, because you'll see that what I explain here is going to make complete sense, and it's actually going to change how you approach attracting your twin flame, your divine counterpart. Before I get started, I am Kanisha with Peace, Love, and Faith. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for those who have been here and that continuously support me on my YouTube channel. I love you so much. So, what does it mean by you are the only one who needs to change? So, let's look deep at this. Let's get comfy, grab your tea, grab a snack, grab your blanket, whatever it is that you need to just kind of sit back and receive what it is I'm about to share with you. So, one of the things that I've really been honing in on and recognizing is that I am the creator of my reality. I co create my reality with Source, with Divine, with God. I say God because that's what I resonate with. And what that means is that everything that is happening on my outer reality is a reflection of my inner reality. And what I hear a lot of people on the twin flame journey say is my twin flame doesn't want to be in a committed relationship with me, or my twin flame doesn't desire to talk with me, whatever it is. And so my question to you is, what belief are you holding on to at a core subconscious level that is manifesting that situation into your reality? So, for instance, your twin flame not wanting to communicate with you. What core belief are you holding on to? Is it that you are not enough to be communicated with? Is it that you are not a priority or that you're not important? Is it that you are not chosen? Give me 1 second. What's up, baby? Mm-hmm. Let me finish this video and then you can have my attention, okay? Wow. Are you a cat? Wow. All right. Anyway, so as you look at these core beliefs, you'll realize that those core beliefs are actually what is creating or manifesting a situation into your reality. And with these core beliefs, you pick these up from childhood or from some point of your life. About 80% of your core beliefs come from childhood, somewhere before, right before birth to about 8, 9, 10 years old. And then the rest is as you grow up. There's about 20% in that space. But the 80% of what is in your subconscious mind is actually what is running your life at this moment in time. You guys have heard me say before that everyone has programming from right before birth to about 8, 9 years old. And everyone runs on those programming for the rest of their life unless they make the core choice to change that programming through inner work, through working through shadow work, whatever you want to call it, by going within and making a new choice and truly shifting in that space and no longer entertaining that pattern or that programming. And so when you see people walking around, they might be in their adult, what we call avatar, their adult body, but in truth, it's a child operating that body at this moment in time. That the child's inner self is operating. And so you'll hear me say, move your inner child from the driver's seat to the back seat. Give them their blanket and their teddy bear, buckle them in, let them be safe. And now you, your conscious self, take over and be in the driver's seat. Because a lot of times, a lot of us were in the passenger seat of our life. We don't want to do that. We are main character. We are the most important person in our reality, in our inner reality. We are number one. And so if you're not operating that way, you will see yourself be put to the back burner. You will see yourself not be the first choice. You will see yourself not be important like other people are. And so the only thing that has to change is your beliefs. You don't have to change on the outside for your twin flame. You don't have to change your finances or your home or anything like that. Now, there might be things that you feel guided to shift and change to help support your union, but you don't have to do anything materialistically to change or to shift in order to attract your divine partner. Your divine partner is much more deeper than surface level things. And so if they are not showing up, it's because they are mirroring to you your core beliefs. So again, if you have a core belief growing up, I'll give you one right now. My core belief growing up in the home that I lived in was there was never enough money for Kanisha. There was enough money for my siblings, but there was never enough money for me. And that was a belief that I held on to until like 3 days ago. I'm not even kidding. I was telling someone the story about how I my parents had money put aside for me to get my teeth straightened, and then one day I come into the house and they look at me and they're like, hey, that money that we have set aside for you, we actually want to use it for your brother so that he could get tutoring. And so I didn't get my braces, he got tutoring, and he didn't even graduate high school. So like it was a lost cause there. And so it always felt like I was always getting the short end of the stick. I was always getting nothing ultimately. And guess how that showed up? In my finances in my home or in my relationships where I was getting the short end of the stick or there wasn't enough for me. It was my belief that was being mirrored back to me. So I have homework for you so that you can start healing this within yourself. Grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to pick a subject within your life. This could be your finances, it could be your love life, it could be, those are usually the two that are the biggest ones in most people's lives. So let's go with the finances, because I'm not trying to recreate my old story that I've had that I've already healed. So let's go with finances because I've already healed my love life story. We're not going to go back to the old story there. The story that I'm still healing in my finances is there's never enough money for Kanisha. I have more month than money. I feel like I can never catch up. I feel like I'm always having to rob Peter to pay Paul kind of energy. So that is my old story. So once I look at it, what are the core beliefs, the pattern of these beliefs? Well, ultimately is I am not enough. I do not have enough. That is the core belief, is that I am not enough and I do not have enough. And so I can heal this by using the mirror exercise. I am upset with my finances because it feels like I don't have enough. I'm upset with myself because I feel that I'm not enough within myself. Yes, this is true, because if I was enough, then I would have everything that I wanted, but I feel that I am not. And so then I find that part of me who feels that she's not enough. I ask her what she needs to feel loved. And for her to feel enough, she needs to know that I'm going to show up and commit to her on a daily basis. That I'm going to love her no matter what. That she doesn't have to do anything in order to be loved because she is enough. And when I really truly give that to myself, I can feel that energy of not feeling enough starting to dissipate. And I have to reassure her that she's created enough and that there's nothing she needs to do in order to be enough. This logically, I know, but there's a part of me who is fighting that truth and is trying to hold on to the lie. And so I have to go in, my conscious self, go in and love her and reassure her and remind her of the truth until that part of me can relax into the truth. Once I do that, I feel deep peace here. And then I ask myself, because I am enough, what is the story or the reality that I want to create? Well, I want to create that I have more than enough money, that all of my needs are met in every way, that that I actually have more than enough in everything that I need, not just enough, but more than enough. And so then that is the story that I want to continue telling myself and grounding into and relaxing into until my outer reality reflects that inner story now. This is the inner story I have to continue telling myself in believing and trusting and relaxing into until my outer reality reflects it. Remember, your outer reality is a delayed reflection of your inner reality. And so sometimes we'll be manifesting things and then we get like the old story popping up and people are like, see, manifestation doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. No, it's just the old thing coming to the surface because at one point you did believe that, and the maintenance of it has to come up to be released so that the new story can finally evolve and grow. And it's really important that you're continuously pursuing and persisting into the new story of what you truly desire. Y'all, if you're going to entertain anything, fucking entertain something great. Okay? Like if you're gonna entertain things in your mind and in your heart, Create something great. Do not create bullshit, okay? You don't deserve that. And so what I mean by you're the only one who needs to change, it means your beliefs, not your physical outside, not anything like that. Your inner beliefs need to change. As they change, they will shift. Now, the other thing about your twin flame is your twin flame and you share one consciousness. Your one soul blueprint, your one divine counterpart, or divine, one divine being, not one divine counterpart. You're part of a counterpart. When you think of them a certain way and they are your mirror, they have to mirror to you what you think about them and what you think about yourself. So if you're thinking they don't want to talk to me and they don't want to be with me, guess what they have to mirror? I don't want to talk to you and I don't want to be with you, because they're you. Guys, they're you. So if you want that to change, you have to change what you're thinking. What I hear a lot of my clients say is, well, he's doing this and she's doing that, so how can I change that? And it's because you're looking to the outside to make you feel better. But if you go within and you shift and change on the inside, the outside has to reflect the inside. So if you're wanting them to change, first of all, it's not you that you're wanting them to change. It's the way you're thinking that you want to change. Because if you're wanting someone to change, then you don't actually unconditionally love them. If you don't like how they're showing up, you have to ask yourself, am I doing this to myself some way? Do I want them to show up in a way that I'm not even showing up for myself? This requires full responsibility of yourself. This requires you to be your ultimate lover, your ultimate best friend. To show up the way that you want your divine counterpart to show up is the way you need to start showing up for yourself, the way you need to start talking to yourself, the way you need to communicate with yourself. Y'all, I don't want to hear anymore that they're doing this and they're doing that and we're pointing fingers at them and we have 3 fingers pointing back at ourselves. You are the creator of your reality. There is no one else who can create in your reality unless you give them power. Unless you're like, here's the pin to my book. Here is, you are now the director to my movie. Unless you give over that power, they have no power. And so guess what? I have literally deleted and erased people from my reality because I'm like, you know what? I can revise them and have them show up differently in my reality, but there's something about their soul that is dark that I don't actually want that in my reality, okay? There's some people who have dark souls, okay? It's cool to cut them out. They have been deleted, killed off. I don't care in the movie, in my story. They may be alive in the reality over there, but they're not in my reality, okay? But in my inner reality, when I have shifted, I've done this with my kids. I went from my kids don't get along, they don't like each other, to, ooh, I don't really like that story. And so I started really getting clear on, well, one, I'm projecting my childhood from my brother onto my children at this moment in time. So I made a choice not to do that. And 2, if I was able to see the perfect relationship in my home between my kids, what would that be? And that they get along great, that they love each other, that they love helping each other. Guess what I've been experiencing lately? Just that, because that is the story, that is the belief that I'm holding on to. If something hasn't changed on the outside, it's because your belief has not changed. Challenge me on that. Try it for yourself. Okay. So if you want them to change, if you want them to start communicating with you, you cannot hold a belief that they're not communicating to you. If you want them to commit to you, you cannot hold a belief that they're not committing to you. And you also have to look deeper at that. Are you someone who believes that you're not worth being committed to? Are you someone who believes you're not worthy of healthy communication? And believe me, I have a lot of clients who are like, no, I believe that. Well, if you believe that, guess what? It would show up differently in your reality. I could tell you what your beliefs are based off of the way your reality is showing up. And your belief is not that. So really start to get clear. Your homework is to write out your old story, get clear on the beliefs, mirror them, create a new story, stick with that new story until it manifests. And then you want to maintain that new story by maintaining your beliefs. Because believe me, I've done it myself and I've seen other people do it, where they create a whole new story, but then they have a belief of, what if I can't keep it? What if it leaves me? What if they change? The only thing that's changing is your belief. You went from confident to right back into insecure. So I don't mean to yell at y'all. It's just sis love here. I just love you guys. And I want to see you all thriving. But you are the co-creator of your reality. If things are showing up in your reality that you do not like, it's because it's mirroring to you your beliefs. So I hope this is helpful. If you need support in this, definitely check out my link below For coaching, I do have coaching services. I do have an intro session. If you want to try out the intro session to make sure that we are a good match, because I can be a little intense sometimes. I've been told I'm a no bullshit coach because I am not trying to sit here in your bullshit. I want you to move past the bullshit and I want you to be thriving. I want you to be living your best life. And the only person who can do that is you. You are the only one who can choose that. No one else can choose this for you. No one can shift your life for you. All I can do is guide you and point to you where your beliefs are so that we can let them go and create new healthy and happy beliefs, because you are meant to be secure and you're meant to be able to thrive in your life. All right. So I hope this is helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. Comment down below if you have questions or if you have topics that you want me to touch on. But other than that, so much love to you. Peace, love, and faith. Love you guys.